Hi friends! I hope you're having fun at home. I miss you. But I thought I'd read you a book today. It's called Galimoto. And this was one of my favorite books growing up. And if you remember, I read it to you once before. So, do you remember what a Galimoto is? Let's find out. Galimoto. Candy opened an old shoebox and looked inside. These were his things. They belonged to him. Inside the box, there was a ball made of many old plastic bags, tightly wrapped with string. There was a knife Candy had made from a piece of tin can, and a dancing man he had made from dried corn stalks. In Candy's box, there were also some scraps of wire. He had been saving the wires for something special. Now he took them and the knife from his box. I shall make a Galimoto, Candy told his brother Ufulu. Ufulu laughed. A boy with only 7 years cannot make such a toy. You don't have enough wire. I will get enough wire, Candy answered. Look at their town. Isn't that beautiful? He lives in a beautiful area. Candy took his knife and wire scraps and went to the home of his friend Gift. I want your wires, Candy told Gift. I'll give you my knife for them. What do you want with the wires? Gift asked. I want to make a Galimoto, Candy answered. Gift ran his fingers over the tin knife. It is a good knife. I'll cut a dancing man with it. Gift took a handful of wires from his box of things and gave them to Candy. That's not enough wire for a Galimoto, he told his friend. I will have enough wire, Candy said. Candy put his wires into an old white plastic bag and took them to the shop of his uncle. Good day, second son of my brother, his uncle greeted him. How can I help you? I would like some wire, Candy told his uncle. How will you pay for it? I have no money, Candy answered, but you have wires on your old packing boxes from the city. They would make a fine Galimoto. So you want to make a Galimoto? The son of my brother is a clever boy. Take the wires. Chee 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 chee, Candy heard the grinder at the flour mill. Many women with babies tied on their backs waited in the hot sun. Others arrived carrying heavy baskets of maize on their heads. Candy squeezed through the crowd. He was very near the front door when someone grabbed him. The women began yelling angrily. Stop that one! He goes out of turn. Candy was being pushed and shoved now. Suddenly the mill stopped its grinding. What is it? The miller shouted. The women pointed at Candy. No, Candy said. I have no maize to grind. I only want wires for a Galimoto. He opened his bag for them to see. Playthings, for this you keep us waiting, the women grumbled. One cannot eat wires. They can eat the maize, though. It's like corn. They grind it up. Take those and go. In the back of the mill, there was an open door. Inside the door was a pile of old motor parts. There, Candy found some very thin wires wrapped in red and yellow and green plastic. I can scrape the coating off, Candy thought. These wires will hold my Galimoto together. Still, he did not have enough for a Galimoto. Where is he going now? Candy passed some young children playing on an anthill. One was Moonday, the small sister of his friend Gift. She had a fine long piece of wire which she stuck into the dirt. Little friend, Candy called as he came nearer, you cannot catch an ant that way. Go fetch some water, for with that and a stick we will fool them. When Moonday came back, Candy poured the water around one of the holes. Now they will think the rains have begun, he explained. Then he stuck a stick down in the hole and gently pulled it out, and on the end was a large ant. My stick is better than a wire for catching ants. You may have the stick and I'll take the wire. That's a good trade. Candy knew there was a trash heap behind the bicycle repair shop, but the gate was locked. Candy climbed over the fence. In the courtyard, he found some broken bent spokes from a bicycle. He climbed back over the fence with his bag. Thief! Help! Police! Thief! Candy heard a voice call. Children came running from the marketplace. Men came running from the shops. They made a circle around Candy. Thief! Thief! They chanted, pointing at Candy. A policeman arrived. He grabbed Candy by the shoulder. What are you doing? He asked. Candy showed the policeman his wires. I just want to make a Galimoto, he explained. I need these wires. Galimoto, the crowd murmured. Galimoto. They shook their heads and went back to their business. Take your wires and go, the policeman told Candy. Candy took his wires back to the shade of the red flame trees in the village. Nearby, his mother and sisters pounded their maize. They sang of the hard work they were doing. Candy sorted the wires. There were thick pieces and thin pieces. Some wires were long and some were short. Candy banged and bent and twisted ones with a stone to straighten them. Then he began. The thick wires made the frame. He wrapped the very thinnest wires at the joints to hold the Galimoto together. My Galimoto will be a pickup truck, Candy planned. It will carry maize to the city and it will have an antenna for the radio, he smiled. Candy worked all afternoon. He pounded the strongest wires around a pipe to make the round wheels. A sturdy piece of bamboo made the rod for the steering wheel. Finally, the warmest, toasty smell of maize porridge cooking over the village fires told Candy it was time to go home. His brothers and sisters admired his work. So you found enough wire, Ufulu said. Yes, Candy agreed. He parked his Galimoto next to his box of things and ate his supper. Let the moon be bright for us to play and sing tonight. Candy could hear his friends singing in the distance. They were calling him to play. Do you see what he made here? His Galimoto. Now he carefully guided his Galimoto over the dusty path. Galimoto, someone cheered, and one by one, Candy's friends formed a line behind him. Eee, Galimoto, Galimoto, they began to chant. Candy saw the shadow of his Galimoto cast by the moonlight racing alongside. It's a fine Galimoto, he thought proudly. Perhaps tomorrow I shall make my Galimoto into an ambulance, or an airplane, or a helicopter. He can change the wires out and make something different. And look, he's sleeping and he's dreaming of the helicopter he's going to make, or the ambulance, or the airplane. And I'm wondering, with the things around your house, could you make something out of things around your house? Maybe not wires, but maybe you have something else in your house. Or even around your neighborhood, you could find different things, use sticks and leaves, and build something fun. Have fun! Bye-bye, guys.